Let me start with a very honest question. Have you ever felt stuck? Not because you don't want to change, but because you don't know how to change without burning out. You set goals. You promise yourself big changes. You feel motivated for a few days. And then, slowly, you fall back into the same routine. That's exactly the cycle Atomic Habits talks about. And the reason this book feels different is because it doesn't shame you. It doesn't tell you that you're lazy or not ambitious enough. Instead, it quietly explains something very powerful. Your life is the result of your habits, not your motivation. When I started reading this book, I expected another typical self-help book. You know, the kind that says, wake up at 5 a.m. and work harder than everyone else. But this book doesn't scream. It whispers, and somehow that makes it hit deeper. James Clear explains that real change doesn't come from huge actions. It comes from tiny decisions repeated daily. He calls these tiny decisions atomic habits, small enough to seem insignificant, but powerful enough to shape your entire future. One of the most eye-opening ideas in this book is that goals are not the main thing. Systems are. We all focus on goals. We say, I want to lose weight. I want to be successful. I want to be confident. But the book says something uncomfortable. If goals worked, everyone who set them would succeed. But they don't. Winners and losers often have the same goals. The difference is not what they want. It's what they do daily. And that's when the book introduces a line that completely changes your mindset. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. That means if your daily routine is weak, no goal can save you. And if your system is strong, progress becomes automatic. Another part of the book that really stayed with me is the idea of identity. Most people try to change their results. Some try to change their habits. Very few try to change their identity. James Clear says the most lasting change starts with identity. Instead of saying, I want to read more, say, I am a reader. Instead of saying, I want to be fit, say, I am someone who takes care of my health. Because once your identity changes, your habits don't feel forced anymore. They feel aligned. This part is powerful because it explains why many people fail even after trying hard. Deep down, they still believe, I'm not disciplined. I'm not consistent. I always quit. And your habits will always prove your beliefs right. The book also talks about how habits are formed. Every habit follows a simple loop: a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. But the most important takeaway here is this. Your environment matters more than your willpower. We like to believe we have strong self-control, but in reality, we respond to what's around us. If your phone is always in your hand, you'll scroll. If junk food is visible, you'll eat it. If your goals are hidden, you'll forget them. So instead of trying to become stronger, the book suggests becoming smarter. Design your environment in a way that makes good habits easier and bad habits harder. This idea removes so much guilt, because maybe you're not weak. Maybe your environment is just working against you. Another powerful concept in the book is consistency over intensity. Most people fail because they try to do too much too fast. They want perfect routines, perfect discipline, perfect results. But Atomic Habits says something very simple. Start small, so small that it feels almost stupid. 1 push-up, 1 page, 2 minutes. The goal is not results. The goal is showing up. Because once a habit becomes part of your identity, improvement becomes natural. But if you try to be perfect from day one, you'll quit. The book also explains why we give up so easily. Good habits don't give instant rewards. Bad habits do. Scrolling feels good now. Procrastinating feels comfortable now. Skipping work feels easy now. But the cost comes later. James Clear calls this the delayed reward problem. Progress happens slowly, quietly, and invisibly. And most people quit because they don't see results fast enough. He explains this with the example of an ice cube. You can raise the temperature from 25 to 31 degrees, and nothing happens. At 32 degrees, it suddenly melts. The change didn't happen at 32 degrees. It was building the whole time. This explains why consistency matters more than motivation, because even when you don't see progress, something is happening. One line from the book that really stayed with me is, every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. Not one action defines you, but repeated actions do. Missing one day doesn't ruin you. Quitting does. That's why the book emphasizes never missing twice. Fall once, get back up immediately. What I really appreciate about Atomic Habits is that it feels realistic. It understands human behavior. It doesn't expect perfection. It expects honesty. By the end of the book, you realize something important. You don't need a new personality. You don't need extreme discipline. You need better habits. And the best part, small habits compound. Just like money grows with interest, habits grow with time. A 1% improvement every day doesn't sound impressive, but over months and years, it completely changes your life. In the end, Atomic Habits is not just a book about habits. It's a book about self-respect, about becoming someone who keeps promises to themselves. It teaches you that success is not a single moment. It's a system. And once that system is in place, progress becomes inevitable. If you're tired of starting over, if you feel stuck despite trying, if motivation keeps failing you, this book doesn't tell you to try harder. It teaches you how to try smarter. And sometimes that makes all the difference. If this review helped you see Atomic Habits from a new perspective, make sure you hit the like button. It really supports the channel. And if you enjoy honest book reviews, mindset shifts, and ideas that actually help you grow in real life, don't forget to subscribe. New videos like this come every week. Let me know in the comments, what's one small habit you want to start after watching this video? I read every comment and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share this video with someone who feels stuck right now. Sometimes one idea is all it takes to change direction. I'll see you in the next one.